Welcome back, Whovian YouTubers. As promised, today I have a video for you all about some of the current River Song theories. As I'm sure you're aware, River Song is a character introduced in my all-time favorite Doctor Who episode, Silence in the Library. It was a really brilliant episode, and if you haven't seen the entire show yet, I highly recommend that one to be one of the next ones you watch. She's a bit of a mysterious figure in that she knows who the Doctor is, despite the fact that he's never met her before. It's wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey. River Song actually made a number of appearances over this last series that has broadcast, and supposedly she will be making a whole bunch in this upcoming series as well. In fact, Moffat has promised us that this is the series where we're finally going to learn who exactly she is. But of course, these are Whovians we're talking about. We aren't content just to sit around and wait to be told. We're making up our own theories. I'm going to introduce you to some of those theories in just a bit, but first there are some things you need to know about River Song. 1. At some point in her life, she's going to have a very intimate relationship with the Doctor. In fact, she's the only person we've ever seen on the show who is supposed to know the Doctor's real name. 2. She's killed a man. In fact, she describes this man as the best man she's ever met, which leads many people to believe that she might be talking about the Doctor. 3. She can fly the TARDIS. I mean, like, really well. And she claims that it wasn't the Doctor who taught her, but she might have just been teasing him. 4. She can read and write Old High Gallifreyan. And 5. Whatever she is, the Doctor isn't gonna like it. Oh, and I almost forgot 6. She's very loyal to the Doctor. In fact, she's willing to die for him. So now that that's out of the way, and you know some of the basics about River Song, I think it's about time you hear some of the theories. Just so you know, I'm not kidding. Every single one of these theories is something that I actually found online on fan sites or something like that. Each and every one of these, there's at least one person who genuinely believes that that's the answer to the question, who is River Song? With no further ado, here's a list of 20 River Song theories. Interestingly, they can almost all be split into 3 categories. River as her own character, the secret return of a former companion, and a Time Lord of some kind. First, the Just River theories. 1. She's her own character, a future companion. 2. She's her own character, a villain. 3. She's her own character, a con woman. And 4. She's the Doctor's wife. On to the former companions. 5. She's Susan. 6. She's Ace. 7. She's Amy. 8. She's Donna. 9. She's Rose. 10. She's Jack. 11. She's Jack's daughter. 12. She's Lucy Saxon. And the Time Lord. 13. She's the Doctor's daughter, Jenny. 14. She's the Doctor's mother. 15. She's the Doctor. 16. She's Romana. 17. She's the Ronnie. 18. She's the Master. Yeah. 19, she's Omega, probably because of this. And unrelated to these categories, 20, she's the TARDIS. I think that which of these theories I buy into is going to really surprise you. I'm not sure if it's my favorite theory insofar as what I would pick if I were the one writing the show. But I just couldn't let it go because it fits so well. Moment of truth. I'm sure you're just gonna think I'm crazy, but I believe that the best theory I've come across so far is the last one. River Song is the TARDIS. And I'll explain why. Alright, reason 1. There have been some really obvious allusions to River being the Doctor's wife, but Moffat has also made it very clear, clearer than any other Doctor Who writer, that the Doctor is married to the TARDIS. Second reason, she can pilot the TARDIS even better than the Doctor. 3, it would explain why she knows Old High Gallifreyan. The TARDIS can translate. 4, it would explain why she knows the Doctor's real name. They've been together since the beginning. 5, it's a little bit more complicated when it gets to who she kills, but the TARDIS exploded and destroyed basically the entire universe and unwrote the Doctor's entire history. 6, it's when River hands Amy her journal at the end of the Big Bang, you wonder how she was able to remember that the Doctor was still gone in the first place. It implies a sort of immunity changes in time. And what would be more immune to changes in time than the soul of a time machine? It does all this without having to answer questions like, why would she die for the doctor? And how come the doctor didn't know that there was another Time Lord in the world? Okay, I realize that part-time machine sounds really, really ridiculous, but you have to understand, I'm not saying that, like, the TARDIS changes into a human at some point in the future. My best guess would be that if this is true, then at some point there's a sort of abomination, this horrible thing that happens with the space-time continuum, and the power of the TARDIS sort of creates this echo of itself that takes human or Time Lord or humanoid, I guess, form, and that's River. Whether or not that turns out to be true, it is by far the most interesting theory I have come across because it's absolutely bizarre and way out there, and yet it fits. But yes, those are more or less, well, that's my River Song theory, and a whole list of other ones you can go crazy with, exploring, tearing apart, supporting. Comment if you like about what you think River Song is. And I'll see you next time.